Hi, I'm Nick from Weird Giraffe Games, and we're here with Charlie to talk about Surplus of Sloths. Hey, Charlie, how's it going?
Hey Nick. Yeah, uh, I'm Charlie McCarron. I'm the designer of the game, and excited to be working with Nick and Carla at Weird Giraffe on it.
Yeah, yeah. So first of all, I just want to
Hi,
make
I'm
sure
Nick
that people
from
can
Weird
hear
Giraffe
us,
Games.
and we're here
Oh
with
yeah,
Charlie to
it's
talk
a
about
it's a
Surplus
bit
of
delayed on
Sloths.
our end, but
Hey,
I'm
Charlie, how's it
hearing it.
going?
Hey Nick.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you can hear it.
I'm
It
Charlie
seems like
McCarron.
it's
I'm the
working.
designer of the game,
See,
and
everybody can hear
excited to be
us.
working
What?
with Nick and Carla at
Hi.
Weird Giraffe on
Thanks
it.
for joining us.
Yeah.
So first of all, I just want to make Charlie, sure let's that people first can talk a hear
Weird
little bit
Giraffe
about
Games.
Surplus of Sloths
Oh
and
yeah,
what inspired you
it's a
to
bit delayed
create
on
this
our end, but
amazing
I'm
little
hearing it.
game.
Hey Nick.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you can hear it.
well,
It seems like
so
it's working.
we go on a
See,
design retreat
everybody can hear
together.
us. What?
Carla and I have been
Hi.
going for
Thanks
I
for joining
think
us.
like
So
7 years now, maybe.
Charlie, let's first
And
talk a little bit about
so over
Surplus of Sloths
that
and
time,
what inspired
we
you
have a
to
lot of time
create
during the week to
this
work
amazing
on
little
games together.
game.
And
Okay,
so
so you can hear it.
Carla and I
Seems
both
like it's
enjoy
working.
card games, and we
Everybody can hear
kind of
us.
like
What?
really got into
Hi.
one particular card
Thanks for
game
joining us.
called Firebird,
So first of all,
which
Charlie,
there's more
let's
on
first
that
talk a little
later
bit
maybe,
about
but
yeah.
basically we had
Spoilers.
spoilers. We had been
Amazing
co-designing a
little
game
game.
together, and then the pandemic happened, and then we were like couldn't be in the same place for a while, and so we had a lot of, especially me. I when I'm designing games, I come up with like tons of random rules, and probably bugged
Yeah.
Carla for sure. But
Spoilers.
I had this idea for our other game that didn't quite work out for that one, and I thought, well, maybe this could just be its own game, and that was the whole concept behind Surplus of Sloths. Was like to make something super quick and simple. And yeah, as we talk about the rules, like I'll show you like kind of what the mechanic was that I really wanted to try. But
Yeah.
spoilers, it wasn't about sloths um
What?
Carla polled people, Weird Draft Games fans, of, hey, what's your favorite animal, or what do you think would be a fun animal to have as the game? And that's when sloths emerged as the front runner. Yeah, because they're cool animals, and yeah.
Yeah.
So Nick, maybe you could explain also like Surplus of Sloths, like why that name?
Yeah. So I think it goes along with our abundance of animals line. So folks may have found way too many cats a little bit, maybe 2 years ago on Kickstarter, and now it's in people's houses. And we thought we need to keep going with having too many of the animals because we at Weird Giraffe Games love animals and really can't get too many of them anyway. So we wanted to keep going with sloths, and really, I think Charlie, your mechanics that you were describing kind of really drove out the choice to go to the sloth theme on this game, because to me, I think it's super wacky and it really fits kind of what we're trying to do, where there's sloths in this jungle and the river is rising, and of course they can't escape because sloths are very slow. So if the water comes and sweeps them up, and we're there to go save all the sloths that we can save uh, from the river. So what if we just jump into the game and start playing? What do you think about that?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Cool. All right, let's jump. Let's see if I can remember how to stream. I'm still remembering from the pandemic. I haven't streamed for 2 or 3 years, but I think I can transition us over to tabletop sim. Hey, people out in the virtual world, can you see the game? I think I can see chat still. Yeah, what do you think? Does it look, can you see the cards here? Let's see if we can get some responses, but I think they could see
Yeah,
it.
see that on YouTube now.
You could see it on YouTube. All right. So we've got our cute different little sloths, and we've got the game set up for a two-player game. It plays up to 4 players. Um, in a two-player game, you're going to take two of the types of sloths out. So we've got the blue sloths and the yellow sloths out of the game, which makes setup super simple for different player accounts. You just take a type of game out and you play with those cards that are remaining.
And we also have these baby sloths up here that
Babies.
are for an alternate way to play. So if you want to add those in,
Yeah.
you can.
So those are some we could talk about maybe how that changes the game after we play
Yeah.
through some of the rounds here. But we have the river set up here. You've got the number of players +1 cards in the river. And the river is made up of 2 rows of sloths that are coming down at you, and you have to try to save them. Um, we also gave out 3 cards at the beginning to each player. I've got my hand that you can see. You can't tell Charlie. He can't see my hand, but I can't see his hand. So Charlie, what do we do with the cards in our hand?
All right. So yeah, just a quick overview of what we're going for here. This game is all about trying to make runs of the same color, and you want to make a long enough run that of that color that you'll be able to win that color. And the trick is, I'll just draw a random card here as an example. So in addition to our river cards that we're drafting into our hand, some cards are going to be going into the surplus net. So Nick, how it works, Nick's going to be, as first player, picking from one of these 2 rows, and then I pick from that row also to bring into my hand. And then the remaining card will go up into the surplus pile for that color. And the surplus piles up top are going to be what you get as points if you win that color with the longest run. So for example, maybe Nick thinks he'll get a good brown hand so that he can get the 3 points that are in the surplus net. Now there's going to be 3 different colors up here. So you kind of want to decide what color do you really want to invest in. Do you try to win 2 of them or not? But your turn is real simple. So to start the game, what we do, we have the 3 cards in our hand, and you're going to pick one of those that's going to go up in to start the surplus pile up top. So this card was just an example card. Shuffle that back in. So I'll pick this card.
Okay.
Put this up here, and then we're gonna. So
this is kind of a really important decision because these cards are going to be the ones that score. So if I take a card out of my hand, it will help build a score. So maybe if I want to take this one up here, and then we can
yeah.
reveal.
Oh,
Ooh,
this is. So that's a bad sign because Nick
wow.
and I both think we can get good red hands. But
Yeah,
we'll
so
see.
like Charlie doesn't know that maybe these 2 cards in my hand are red.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do is build a run of red to score the 7 points
Yeah.
that's already on the board.
Winner will get 7 points. And so you also notice some cards have X's on them. That's going to
Yeah.
multiply the score up top by 2. So if there's a red X up there, it'd be 14 points. And but an X is also good in your hand because it counts as a wild, so you can have a connector.
Ooh. Okay.
So Nick, you go first. Pick which pile you want to draft from.
Yeah, so this is a hard choice because at this point, I get to choose which pile or row I'm going to choose draft from. And which means you're going to get to choose the next pile. You'll start with the next round.
Mm-hmm.
So that pile that I don't choose will be available for you. So do I choose the red pile? Yes.
Yeah.
So I take this 5 because I want a run of red with
Yep.
a high card because the high card is going to break the ties.
Yep. So there's no way I would let you get more points for red, because so I'm gonna a little bit hate draft that, but
Okay.
maybe I also want green in there. Who knows? We'll see. So now green's gonna score 2 for the winner.
Okay. And then we take out the next row. So that's the end of the round, basically.
Yep.
Right. And at the end of the round, that whatever card, there's one card remaining in every player account. There will be one card remaining that goes up to the surplus. That's going to add to the score for green runs. So
Mhm.
right now, Charlie will now take the first turn, and you get to
And
choose
I'm
between which
gonna.
row.
I cannot let you get more red points,
Okay.
so I'm gonna take that.
All right.
This is
So
assuming you have a good red hand. I don't know.
yeah, I do like that there is. So this is tough now. If I'm going for a green run, I get the choice here of drafting a card, which means the other card's going to go into the surplus. And so do I send the green, yellow, or the green 7 out to there to boost green and take the brown? Let's try that.
Okay.
I'm banking
All
on
right.
Charlie doesn't
Now
really
green
have.
is even better. Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Might be bad. Might be
Who
good.
knows? But I get first pick,
You do.
which I will take. Ooh.
It turns out no one wants this brown row. We could be picking from there, but
Yes.
this is a
But
quite the
and
battle.
it's interesting because right now, I can choose the brown, but I
It's worth
really
nothing,
think
but
this wow. Um, I've got a conundrum because the backers, the viewers can know what's in my hand, which means I think I need to take this one
oh.
because that X is not going to help me right now. I don't think. Mm,
So there's 3 X's in the whole deck of each color.
okay.
I think maybe
And if you had all 3 X's, do you have the longest run or do you have nothing?
you have nothing. Well,
Nothing.
no. 3 X's. No, that would be 6. That would count as 5, 6, 7.
Okay,
This
that would
thing
count
runs
as
through
5,
7.
6, 7. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. I think I will use this opportunity to take another red.
Okay.
And
So which
now
means that
this green is going to be
okay.
super boosted here. It's
Um,
now 18 points for green.
okay. And those browns, nobody wants those.
Nobody wants them. Maybe someday.
Okay.
We've started off with a huge amount of.
All right. So
Okay, now
now,
browns are gonna matter.
how now, brown sloth? Here we
And I'm
go.
and I'm starting, huh?
Yeah, you're starting. So you can keep building your
I
reds.
could
Go for it.
keep building red. Do I get into the brown territory?
I think you need to keep
Maybe
building your
I
reds.
do. You just want just enough slots to get that surplus
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, because
I'm
if you
gonna.
have more, if you have more than me by a lot, you're kind of wasted some of your picks, basically.
Mhm. Uh,
Mm,
yeah. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go like this.
okay. So it's brown. I guess I take the 3. And this is interesting because I will have first pick next round. So I know that those browns in the next row will be there.
Mhm.
And now we put 2 points up for brown. Ooh, interesting. Now this is interesting.
Now, what
This
do
is
you
a hard
choose?
choice. It's very tactical right now because like which row do I go for and which card of which row do I go for the brown versus do I want to keep building red? Because right now brown's only worth 2 points, red's worth 7 at the end of the game.
Mhm.
Um, I think so. Let me see how this works. I'm going to take this red X.
Okay. Well, I know there's only one of each number too, so maybe I'll just do
Okay.
this. I'll do this.
Okay. So that 5. So now we're up to 7 points for Brown. Also, ooh, this is very tactical at 2 players. I haven't played 2 players before, and I'm
Yeah, it's
liking it because there is only, let's see, 2 rounds left because we'll be able to fill 1 more row. Is that
yep,
how it goes?
yep.
So this is second to last round, and you're first.
Hmm.
Now it's like, okay, what are like the 6 like moves ahead of you here?
Yeah,
Like, what's going to end up in the surplus? Who knows?
I gotta take this green X.
Okay. Took the green X, I think. Oh, so do I hate draft? Let's see. I'm going to take that. I don't know if that's really a hate draft, but
Okay, okay.
all right. So this has been the last
Some more
round
greens. Oh boy.
because we cannot fill the rows after
Mhm.
this. And it is my
Oh,
turn.
the sevens of brown and red too is interesting because
Yeah,
one of them's going to be quite a bit of points. We still got
man.
X's and browns. Browns could actually end up being more points than green
Yeah, this is a
if we get
pretty
let the
intense move.
multiplier go.
Oh my gosh. So what would happen to the row that I don't pick? Would that just stay out
Then
there?
no, we'll draft that one too.
Oh, we'll draft that one too. Okay, okay.
In more player counts, there might be, or if you're using the babies, there might
Yep.
be extra ones. If you can't fill a row, those are going to go into the surplus.
Okay. Okay. All right, so this is hard. Let me try let's take a high. I'm gonna try high
Hmm.
red and see if that helps. Hmm.
Oh boy.
That's probably not the best move, but we'll see.
Do I skyrocket green more? Do I think I can beat Nick? I don't know. I'm actually not
Hmm.
convinced, so I'm
Okay.
gonna take this.
So that throws Brown up there, and um you're up. You get to take the last card or the
Yeah,
last first draft.
it's got to be an X brown.
And I feel like I don't want to double. So that's a pure hate draft.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Mhm. I think this is gonna be pretty close, but we'll see.
All right. So how do we score here?
So now let's go in order. Let's do, for excitement sake, one at a
Okay.
time. We'll do red. So let's see what you got for red. This is my red is, and I don't know where your video screen is, but I'll put them up closer there.
Yeah.
Just
Here
in
I'll
case.
I'll scoot up. So I've got 4 cards to your 3. So
Yep,
I score the red
you got me.
uh,
Yep, nice.
points. 10 points for Gryffindor. Cool. So
Okay.
those just go away then.
Those don't count for points in your hand.
Yeah.
So it's all about trying to build those. Okay, now
Green.
green. What do we got?
I've got a low run. We'll see.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3. I think you've got me beat.
I could have even let
Oh.
that 5 go up top.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, because I have 4, 5, 6, 7.
So then you grab the green points,
Yep.
and that's
Sweet.
14, or no, 7
18.
plus 18. Oh my goodness. That was
Like,
a bad move.
but it comes down to brown, I
All
think.
right, here we go.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, that you actually have, I only
I
have
actually,
2 because I wasn't able to complete the
yeah,
run. Oh
yep, the 6.
no. So you
Yeah.
win.
So actually, yeah, it was really close though, because if I hadn't gotten that X, you would beat me if we were tied
Yeah.
with the higher 6.
And that X would have gone into here, so I would have like completely
Oh yeah, you would
creamed
have crushed
you.
me.
Yeah. So, yeah. That was
Very
so it
cool.
all came down to that one draft.
Yeah,
Oh
awesome.
man. So that's Surplus of Sloths. Super simple. You can bring it all together, shuffle it back up, and play again. Um,
Mm.
Charlie,
Oh,
tell us what these
the
babies
the
do.
babies. Yeah. So the baby sloths, how they work, you mix them in the deck, and then when you draft a baby sloth, they are going to be connectors for all colors. You can see they're kind of rainbowy.
Ooh.
So if I could start a run with red, but they'll also count as a run. I could have like a run for brown with 0, 1, 2 or 0, 1, 2, 3. There we go.
So do you
So
have to pick a color for it, or does it count for
no, it counts
every
for
scoring?
every one of them, which is pretty strong.
Yeah.
The drawback is when you draft it, you have to put one card from your hand up in the surplus. So you're gonna have less cards in your hand at the end,
Ooh.
but it
Okay.
counts. And it's not always a drawback. Like sometimes it's actually kind of tricky and strategic to put a card from your hand in straight into the surplus.
Yeah, you can start really overloading the surplus because you're essentially driving points for that type
Hmm.
uh, by drafting the baby sloth. Wow,
So yeah, it's just a little fun extra thing to make lower numbers a little better too.
that
So
is insane.
yeah,
Awesome. Well, if you guys want to try out Surplus of Sloths, we've got the link to the workshop page for the tabletop simulator out there on the Backer Kit crowdfunding site, where you could find it there. If you can't find it, post something in the discussions of the Backer Kit crowdfunding, and we will make sure you can find it. We will throw it at you as hard as we can, that link. So Charlie, I really appreciate you hanging out with me, teaching us the game. I really appreciate
yeah,
everybody who's
hanging out there.
hanging out
Yeah,
here in the digital world. You guys rock. If you guys have any thoughts or ideas about this game, hit us up. Get over onto the crowdfunding page. BackerKit. I actually haven't done a crowdfunding with BackerKit in such a long time, and there are so many really cool new features like posting polls and um, stretch social goals and such, and interactions, and it's just driving me nuts. I'm loving it. So get over there. Let's interact. Let's comment. You can hang out with us digitally. Charlie's been over on the page commenting. If you've got any questions for Charlie, let us know. Do you guys have anything in the chat? Anything you want to talk about? I really appreciate folks bringing up baby sloths. Do baby sloths. Yeah, love it. Um, but it looks like
yeah,
we'll probably end it today, and maybe we'll do some more streaming once I've now that I've figured out how to do some streaming, and maybe we'll play with a larger player count with maybe some backers or something
yeah.
in the future.
That'd be fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Charlie, if you're not hanging out on the Surplus of Slots backer kit, where can people find you?
Oh yeah. Well, so feel free to reach out and connect on Instagram. It's just my name. If you look up Charlie McCarron, Charlie.McCarron on Instagram, or yeah, find me on Facebook or whatever,
Yeah,
and reach
I'm
out.
liking
Mm.
Instagram. I haven't really used it and I've been using it more now. That's been pretty cool to just hang out and see pictures of games and such.
Mm-hmm.
Um, cool. All right, yeah. Make sure you connect with Charlie. He is a really cool dude and is an awesome game designer. Really appreciate you coming on with us, Charlie. We'll go ahead and call it a night.
Sounds
See you
good.
later.
Fun playing with you, Nick. All right, we'll see ya.
Bye.